Welcome to the Wrong End of the Table podcast with me, Leah Panapa, Dean Morris and Andy Clay. Why the wrong end of the table? Well, Magic Mike pointed out that why am I sitting at the wrong end of the table? But that's where he has to be.
And the name was born.
So we chat, we talk about some of the big stories, the smaller stories, and we just have a good time, and we hope you enjoy it. Welcome to another episode of the Wrong End of the Table. Thanks for looking at us, for listening. I'm Leah Panapa, that's Dean Morris, and that is Andy Clay. Chaps, hello.
Hello, how you going?
Hello.
Looking radiant as usual.
Good to see you guys. Are you talking to me or him?
Oh, sorry, Magic Mike. That's who I was talking to.
Oh, me? Oh, yes.
Radiant.
Hello.
Hello.
He's feeling unloved.
Is
Is
it?
it? Well,
Yeah.
you know. Well, that's because you gave him a bashing before we went to
Well, he's got a bit of an attitude. And,
That kidney punch was not really wanted.
was not welcome.
No.
All right, so if this is the first time you've been joining us, where have you been? But we will have a couple, kind of a more intense question, maybe more serious to start with, and then we have in this little jar thing some rapid fire questions that we get pulled two out each episode. They never really go rapid; they kind of go on and on, don't they, Andy? That's
Well, you
probably.
do.
Oh, so since you joined, but not so rapid anymore. And we've got the snacks, and I've got to say before we started filming this, we had quite a few snacks, but then Andy sat down.
No, they're in my tummy. Gone.
He's literally inhaled the bowl of chips before we
They are
started.
in my tummy.
Jeez. All right. Let's start with a question, Magic Mike, please.
All right. Youth crime. Should young people that commit serious crimes attend boot camp type facilities, or should there be more holistic approaches?
Who wants to take this first?
I'll start.
Yeah,
I
off you go.
reckon it should be happening before the crime is committed because, did you say serious crime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think as you leave high school and you start going down the wrong path, say, and you start doing not so serious crimes, like bad fashion. Yeah, like beige with blue. Exactly, like boot camp. Boom. No, but I think you should, like, if you start shoplifting or start doing stuff like that, like, you know, 2 strikes, you're in the boot camp.
Wow.
Because if you go to a serious crime, they've already gone down a long path before they commit that serious crime. And what is serious crime? Are you talking murder or rape or
Yeah, that's serious crime. Violence. And it's normally,
Aggravated robbery.
it's normally violence.
It needs to happen way before then.
Here's the thing with boot camps. They are a great idea, except they don't work.
Why?
Because if someone doesn't want to go there, they don't work. And we know this because they haven't worked.
But they have to go there.
No, but it doesn't matter. The boot camp is to shift their life around and to make them give discipline. If they don't want to be there, they don't work. It's been proven. It's been done. What about if you give a wayward kid the option of this or that, and one of them is, yeah, I'll try boot camp, then it tends to work. This is what the evidence has suggested. Like,
right.
You know, like if you give them the path, and some of them will end up in the military. They'll have it, and they'll have a good. But if you force them to go into it, they can just not do. You know, you're going to get up at 6 o'clock. No, I'm not.
Okay, so you got options in. So they get options. One is go to jail.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Share a cell with bad boy Bubba.
Yeah.
Or go to boot camp. And you,
yeah, I mean, and it's a thing that the current? My words are my tools. The current government has done to, and it's so people of a certain generation go, yeah, just get them into bloody boot camp. That'll get them, and it sounds like it's a good idea, except it has been experimented with quite extensively and hasn't worked. So that's the problem. Like, because I go, yeah, that sounds like a good idea, but except we've trialed it hasn't worked. So. Yeah, it's there as an option, and I think, you know, I know a lot of people who've been on a wayward path that have gone all the way down the military path, and it's sort of saved them, for want of a better word. It's been great, and I've got a lot of time for New Zealand Defence Force. But you know, if they're going to be disruptive in the group and whatever, there's no point to it. Of course, you want to be the ambulance at the top of the cliff and have
Love that song.
People, you know, in society in place and all the rest of it that people don't want to commit those crimes. But I'm not too left wing because, you know, if you do a violent crime, I think you should be tried and treated as an adult. If it's an adult
100%.
like crime, like bashing someone in a dairy, you know, like I'm sorry about that. So I've got my sister-in-law is a head prison officer in a youth prison.
Right.
So a lot of the people that you hear about in the news, she ends up with, and you know, it's often by then the die is cast. Yeah. So it's I don't know what I don't know what the answer is.
Can I have my say? Would it be all right?
Yeah.
Wrap up
For
yours.
God's sake, go on then.
So I've actually got quite a close relationship with the Ministry of Children's Karen Shaw, and I am 100% behind what they are doing. I've interviewed her so many times. It is not a boot camp that everyone
That's right.
that the left mainstream media keeps saying.
That is true too.
And they don't just have to get up at 6 o'clock and do 500 press ups. They have mentors. They do education. They come out. If they can't read and write, they get educated on that. They come out with a CV, a bank account. It's positive
Perfect.
reinforcement. It's school.
Yep.
I do agree. If you don't want to be there, well, trust me, in 3 months they turn round
Yeah.
because they're not just breaking rocks and
Yeah.
then chained to their bed. It is out, and these are the worst of the worst. These are kids that have bashed people, and you can't throw a 15-year-old in jail because
Yeah.
they will come out worse because they're in there with hardened men.
And
They're children at the end of the day. They're youth.
But the 15-year-olds don't go into a senior prison. They go
they-
into a youth
yeah,
prison.
well, this tries to stop them even going to that.
And great. Yeah.
And, and I think, the left will tell you that they don't work. Well, I didn't see them doing anything.
Yeah.
And
well, if they are, and you're right, and it's lazy.
and I know that the ones that came out, they've done a 3-month pilot, and they've come out and they get another 9 months of wraparound services, 30 hours with their mentor, and already some that have already come out of the pilot have got jobs.
That's probably the first time they've had support.
if that's not working,
and
show me
and you're
what
right.
is then.
And what you said is correct, and I'm not contradicting myself here. The media has been lazy because it's an easy sell to say it was something that didn't work before. But if it's a different version,
It's a different version.
Different version of it. Yeah,
They've
100%.
learned and they've found a better. It's like saying that car was terrible in the 50s, so let's never build another car.
Yeah.
They have worked on it, and now we've got cars that can probably fly us to the moon.
And I know of a similar but different.
No one's ever been to the moon.
Scenario where I feel like I'm on it. I feel like I'm on it now.
I know I need another drink.
We're in another situation where people that have lost their way, not necessarily criminals, but they could go that way. There's other things in Department of Social Development, I think it's called.
MSD, yeah.
And they do similar
no.
stuff where they get people
Yes.
their driver's license.
Yeah.
And that's done at the military bases,
Yes.
like the military, and have something to do with it, but it's not run by them.
Yeah.
But they come in and say, if you want to join us in the future, they do presentations, and that's also quite successful as well. Not hardened criminals, but a similar kind of idea. And you're right. You've got to try something. But I still think most of these things in society need a two-pronged attack. You need sticks and carrots. First of all, let's change the circumstances that produces young criminals in society, and that's a long fix.
I was going to say that is generational,
And
isn't
people and politicians don't like to deal with that because you can't do it in a 3-year cycle, and you can't get votes for it. But that's people should be working on that and producing societies and families that don't produce as many juvenile delinquents. But on the other hand, there should still be punishments because ultimately you are still
you're causing victims.
And there needs to be consequence, not just for the person that's committed the crime, but you do need to feel like someone's paying a price for what was done to you.
Yeah.
100%.
That's a human reaction, and that is fair enough to do that. And you might have had a rubbish upbringing. I understand that, but there still needs. It's ultimately still eventually your choice, no matter how. So two-pronged attack, and if these things are good, then the right-wing government, the national government, need to do a better job of selling what they're doing to the public.
Well, the difference, the problem I have been told is that you still have to give these young people some privacy, right?
Mhm.
So, excuse me, they can't give all details because it's privileged.
Yeah.
They can't say where are those kids living now? What are they doing? Because the media will hound them. You've got to
100%.
They can give so much. I can only get so much out of them.
Yep.
Because then you're going into that young person's private life once they've come out.
Yeah.
But they are monitored still. And if it works, they go in there for 12 months.
And look,
They go there for a year.
I would much rather my tax dollar go towards a system like that than ambulance at the bottom of the cliff deal.
And then being in jail, spending $1 million a year for the next
Well, I guess
how many years?
So it's relatively. Is it relatively new, or has it been
And
going on?
this is the first pilot this year. It's the very first of this particular
So
type.
so it'd be interesting because if you're smart, you're looking at it, you're reviewing it, you're tweaking it, And we'll, in a year or two's time, I guess we'll really have the answer.
Yep.
Perhaps not now. You'll really have the
It's
answer.
going to take time.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
I
the
think
old
we've come
cliche.
to a nice conclusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you can save, even a small percentage, it's better than none, I suppose, right?
Dead right.
But you still, if they do want to sabotage it, no matter what a wonderful situation it is, if they do want to sabotage it,
They will.
They will.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what you're doing.
And my thought was this, if even out of these 10 young people, even if 8 come out of it
That's a
and
massive
have changed
success.
their life,
well,
that's
if one does, to be honest with you.
that's a success, and the next
100%.
one you build and
Yeah.
build. That was fun.
That's a good one.
Magic Mike.
Good one, Magic Mike.
Lock them up and throw away the key.
Bloody used up today.
Mate, hey, you
Good whack around the ear hole.
You got sent off to war.
When I walked to school in my bare feet in the snow.
We used to invent wars to send them off to, just so they came back better people.
There we go.
Too bloody soft these days.
That's the answer. That's the answer.
Send them to war.
Send them to war.
Send them to the front line.
Sorry, Magic Mike.
Okay,
Yes.
right, cool. Next question.
Yes.
Many people can't afford to go to the doctors these days. Should it be heavily subsidized so everybody can go?
Well, if they can't afford, send them to a boot camp.
Next question. Well, it's what's sad. It already is subsidised. I think it's free for under. Is it free under 14 kids?
Something
I think
like
something
that.
like that. There's cards that you can get. If you can't afford it. But I think the real problem is we actually don't have enough doctors. We don't have enough GPs, and so even if you do have a doctor and can afford to go, you can't get in with them to even see them.
Hey, it's free if you want to have a sex change, though.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
Well, no, it's
That's
what?
not true
That's
either.
not true.
That costs
No,
costs a lot of money to sew a willy on.
Anyway,
Was it
Yeah,
just slap a dick to me?
Slap a dick to me. It's 18.50, thanks.
just
The government, the government actually does subsidise per patient as it is, but it's done on it's a really weird scale of an age bracket if you're a man or woman. So we do get subsidised, but it's just still not enough. And but we can't afford it, can
that's
we?
the
We
problem,
can't,
right?
we can't afford
in
it.
a perfect world
Yeah.
where everything was done beautifully and enough tax dollars, yes, you should be able to go to the doctor for a nominal fee at best.
Yep.
Yeah.
But someone's got to pay for
What
it.
are you
somewhere
paying
along
now
the
when you go to the doctor?
line. I haven't been to the doctor for
What?
a decade.
Hey, what?
I haven't been to the doctor. I'm healthy. That's the other thing. Stay healthy. I know it's not everyone's choice. You can't always
Oh,
guarantee.
good on you, really.
Well, I had the thing with the little arrhythmia. That was about.
Oh,
that was,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
so that was 8 or 9 years ago.
What about that problem you had?
Another way. Oh no.
Oh,
It's all right.
cream cleared that up.
Anyway.
That little.
Do you know something? It didn't. No,
So
yeah.
really
no,
10 years.
So for any kind of ailment other than I did have the arrhythmia, so I guess I did go to a hospital for that and I got it restarted, and that was for free. To be fair,
Wow.
but I haven't been unwell enough to go to
I'm
the
impressed.
doctor. In fact, I don't even know who my doctor is. I can't remember.
Yours would be a witch doctor.
Yeah.
You got that arrhythmia from that party we had
Oh,
here,
yeah,
didn't
you
you?
did.
First
Oh,
time.
he did.
Yeah.
That's right. Because
Dean, this is a true story.
I've had arrhythmia twice, and I haven't had it for about eight years or so. And the first time it was these guys. They fed me this alcohol.
You brought it with you.
He walked
Whatever.
in, Dean, with this cask of some kind of tropical something.
Malibu?
No, I don't know
yeah,
what the hell it was. He
Miami,
drank
Tropical sunrise.
Miami wine
tropical
cooler.
sunrise. He drank the whole thing. It wasn't like a New Year's Eve party.
It was on a 3-day over Christmas.
Yeah.
And so arrhythmia is when your heart, for those who don't know, your heart beats out of rhythm, and it happens to very unfit people or very fit people. Like if your heart's been stretched, and I used to be quite a good runner, my heart's stretched a little bit, and that's you're more likely to do it. But they also call it holiday heart because there's a big spike in it. Because one of the things that can bring it on is alcohol consumption.
Yeah.
So like 2 or 3 day drinking, I wouldn't say binge, but it was over Christmas, where
Yeah,
you're knocking
yeah,
a bit
yeah.
back. And I went for a run the next day thinking, I'm still hungover, those people. And, and then a couple of days in a row, I still can't breathe. And I checked and it's heartbeat and stuff. And I go to the doctor and I've got arrhythmia. So my heart's going like that.
Wow.
And so I took rat poison to thin my blood out for a few months.
Warfarin.
Yeah, warfarin was rat poison. Yeah, they've changed it now, but it's and then they put you out and go boom and restart you. Wow. And that happened. That was a long time ago. Then it happened one other time, but then it went back in on its own. And then it happened 2017, and the same thing, and I got it restarted. But I haven't had any problems since, and that's like eight years ago, nearly 8 years ago.
Jeez,
So you really haven't gone to your GP for over 10 years.
Probably close to 15.
Mine's gone up to, and she's very good. I've had her for over 10 years, and she's now $87.
Yeah, because
How can people?
there's
It's so expensive.
there's some medical centres that are $80 odd.
Yeah.
My doctor in Manly, I think it's about $55 for a visit.
Yeah, mine was 55 years ago.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, as Andrew says, it's great to be subsidised, but we just don't have
No.
enough population to
It's,
tax out all these different avenues. I mean, if they took some money out of the roading, which is a stupid idea because every second road has potholes. I don't know, where do you steal from?
Well, the bottom line is we just would have to pay more tax. We should, if you want a good health system,
so you pay
great
for
health system, pay more tax.
you pay for it one way or another.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
You know, and the left view is we spread the cost over everybody, and the more right view is
Socialism.
You pay for what you use. You
Yeah.
know, and that's your choices. Like, and that's whatever your philosophy is, and mine's towards the left, but someone pays for it somewhere.
Yeah.
So I don't think we've quite answered that one. Sadly, we would like everyone to be able to get healthcare or go to the doctor, but I can't see it happening.
Yeah, I mean, whether they can be,
We need more
as the
doctors.
national government is, they've platformed as, they electioned on was being more efficient, cutting down bureaucracy. So if money can be saved in those areas, can it be redistributed to places like going to your doctor? Rock on. We'll see in the fullness of time whether they
But
manage to do that.
look at Auckland Council, for example, the projects that they overspend on, and there's many
So many.
that who's actually policing that and going, hey, you've if that up,
Oh, listen.
but that money could
Hang
go
on.
towards.
Yeah, the what doctors? Hang on, we're going.
Yeah,
off
we
topic.
are going off track.
We're going off topic.
Yeah, well,
Magic Mike.
it's about yes and no. You are. It's about sensible allocation of money.
Yeah.
And not having wastage where consultants get paid an exorbitant fee to tell you stuff that you didn't really need to know. I want the job of the guy who estimates how much big projects are going to cost, because that guy's a doddle. It'll be a $1.5 billion. Sorry, it's going to be $3.5 billion. I got it
Yeah,
wrong.
I know, right? It's like, how do you get that wrong?
I misbudget by a couple of $1,000s. I'm bankrupt.
Yeah.
This guy those guys. Why do they even bother with
Well, they'll
estimates?
say these projects took 3 years, and in that time, the economy crashed, and then
Well, I don't know.
building costs were higher, and inflation, and blah blah blah, and that's how I misjudged it by $2 billion.
Yeah, like
There's your answer.
if you're out by like 100 million, okay,
It's okay.
But 500 million,
Yeah, I know.
get another job, mate.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know how that ended up with doctors, but let's. Go.
Oh, I love that sound.
That alerts us to the quick fire round. I would like to go first.
Sure, give it to me.
Oh, there you go. Oh, those glasses. Are they new glasses?
No, actually,
Whose are they?
they're Magic Mike's. I left mine at home,
They suit you.
and they're a little bit blurry. So,
Oh, well, he's been touching them.
well, hey.
Stay focused.
Sorry.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
4.
In
Sorry.
bed.
Wish I was that good.
10 is the highest. How important is good looks to you in a partner?
Oh.
Scale of 1 to 10.
Be honest.
Be
Andrew
honest.
Clay.
Be honest, it's around 8.5.
Yeah, no, I would say with you, that's probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
And
You're shallow.
Let me, so shallow. I do want to qualify that as they have to be good looking to me. I don't care if they're good looking to you. So what I find good looking,
Correct,
you don't have to find good
That's
looking.
true.
But if she's not good looking, then she's a friend, and we like friends.
Hey, honest, I like that. I think when I was dating, I was
Before you'd given up.
before I'd given up and settled. No, I got the best man on the planet.
Yeah.
But in the dating era that Andy and I circulated in, I probably would have been a 9.
Yeah.
Also, I was as shallow as, but
so.
the men had to be good looking.
Yeah, but isn't
They
it?
didn't even have to have a lot going on up here.
And they didn't.
Just stand there like,
Don't talk. Just
like to me, it was like David Beckham, when he was playing and he was so good looking, and then he'd open his mouth,
Ruined it.
Yeah.
and I was like, no, don't.
See, I
Yeah,
think
so 10, maybe 9 back then, maybe a 10.
Yeah. I mean,
You get older. I'm like Magic Mike's.
He's a good solid 4.
He's a
good solid 4.
he on a great day. He's a solid 11.
Oh,
There you
stop
go.
it. I just threw up in my mouth.
I think, because aren't you attracted to a person
Oh,
first
that's
of
right.
all by a physical appearance, right?
I thought you were going to say you were attracted to somebody that you think is good enough looking for you.
That's true as well.
That's what scientists say.
That's a
Well,
fact.
So if you look at someone and you go, man, they're hot. They're
Yeah.
good enough. You and
Yeah,
I
100%.
kind of look.
So
Yeah.
that might be for me might be an 8. But as you get to know the person, there's a whole lot of other things that come in. But back to the question, I think I think they have to be appealing to you personally.
So you're 1 to 10. Were you an 8 as well?
8,
and also, but
7.5, 8.
without the
Okay.
risk of sounding a bit new agey, an 8, 9, or a 10 can soon lose points when if they're an unattractive human being.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they can
yeah.
fall from that 10.
She could be gorgeous, but you start dating her, and
Be a
she's
nasty,
a
horrible
numpty
person.
Or more more unlikely than nasty is mental.
and I've dated them.
Oh, you're going.
And he's dated them.
Dude,
Oh,
those
mate,
ones you go, and
mate.
you know straight away they're mental, and you try to just deny it. You go,
It's
don't
like that,
be
it's
mental.
like that crazy hot scale.
Scales, and it's so true.
When they're
It's-
super hot and not crazy,
it's a bloke.
probably a tranny.
Is that
Anyone listening to this, go Google the
Crazy-
crazy hot axis.
Oh, really?
It's this present. It's hilarious.
so you're saying, guys, that a woman can't be like crazy hot without being like a bit.
Well, this is the whole presentation.
Like good looking.
Presentation is it's this axis of there's this sweet spot where they're quite good looking and not too mental, but there's basically if they're really really hot, there's a really good chance of them being mental.
Wow.
It's a crazy hot axis that you're trying to get the
I
perfect
see.
woman
I
on.
see. I see.
And that exists. That's a graph online.
Yeah, it's very funny
But
presentation.
I think it kind
very
of.
funny. Yeah,
I have seen that.
Yeah,
that
it's
was
very
funny.
funny.
Magic Mike, do you want to answer that question?
No.
All right. Second question.
All right.
Well done. Well
That was a
done.
good one.
Oh dear. What's happened? Those glasses not working.
just sound the words out. Just sound them out.
Yeah, you're with friends.
Yeah, it is blurry. It's so small.
Do you want me? I've heard that before. Do you want me to?
Yeah, you read it.
Oh my god, you poor thing.
What's a book or movie everyone loves that you can't stand?
Oh. Do you know what?
What?
I was initially everyone banged on about Game of Thrones,
Yeah,
and I was like,
Not a
nah,
fan?
Nah, and then I actually got into it and
I've never watched a frame of it.
really
Never
loved
watched.
it.
Yeah. No. Okay.
But that was probably the only. Oh, and Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'm not a big sweep. I watched it
people
out of
raved
patriotism.
and yeah, same.
I watched it out of
They
patriotism.
raved and raved and raved, and
But
I
here's
went.
what I
I
thought,
thought, no, I didn't. I don't hate it. I just went. Okay.
But that's different. So because I watched it and I went, that is a great movie
Right.
or movies for its genre.
Okay.
The
yeah.
genre is not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And that's different. That's like listening to a world-class opera singer and going, they're shit. No, they're a very good opera singer. I'm just not
Just
an
not-
opera fan.
yeah.
It's two different things.
Yeah.
Right? So, so I watched Lord of the Rings and you go, wow, that is an amazing looking movie.
Cinematographic.
Fantastic. Just not really my
Yeah,
thing.
it'd have to be Harry Potter for me. I just
Same kind of thing. Yeah, I'm not a
It's
fantasy
not a wizard boy.
Yeah.
nah.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched the first one when it first came out 100 years ago, and
Yeah.
then I didn't get to the second one. So, I've seen enough of that because it'll be
Yeah.
just redoing of the same thing, I think.
Yeah,
All right. Okay. I think we've all agreed.
kids
Can I
flying
move
around on
on?
broomsticks.
Yeah, playing Quidditch.
Yeah,
Oh, so we seem to know a lot for.
Well,
for
because
once.
if you ever do quiz nights, there's always Harry Potter questions.
yeah.
Do you know I appeared on a quiz night once?
It's an answer.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah. Said who's 10 out of 10. No, it wasn't. No, it was something to do with my Glad Rap ads, I think. Anyway,
Funny what you're famous for, eh?
that's it.
I know.
Yeah. What was the first career or job you dreamed of when you were a kid? So what did I really want to do? Do you remember I wanted to be a backup dancer on was it a
Solid Gold?
Solid Gold.
Solid gold.
I don't know, I just
Solid gold hits.
Solid Gold backup dancer, and then I went no. Because I wasn't in dance. And then I actually
Normally helps.
Yeah, I know. And then I actually wanted to be a top equestrian. Like Dad had,
Did you?
yeah, I had horses, and I really thought my first job or career would be with horses somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
and then we got poor and had to get rid of the horses. We didn't eat them. We just got rid of them.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
And I think the third thing I wanted to be as a kid wasn't even a kid now, because now I'm into my teens, but I wanted to be Oprah Winfrey.
Oh, you could have done that.
Yeah, I thought I could be New Zealand's Oprah Winfrey.
You could have
You're
been.
close.
Yeah.
You're close.
This is kind of it.
Well, this is
This is
I
it.
mean, this is it.
This
I
is
made it.
You've made
Yeah,
it. You've
I
made
think,
it.
I think that was my
I always
dream.
wanted to be a stuntman.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah. I was, all over Evel Knievel and.
Oh, Evil Knievel.
Did you
man.
dress up as a kid and like jump off things?
Oh,
and-
yeah. 100%.
Oh, good on you.
I had one of those little, those choppers, yellow choppers as a kid, the small wheel in the front, big wheel at the back.
With a big seat.
Yeah, the big banana seat. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
I used to set up ramps and jump stuff and,
Yeah, I was the same.
yeah, and I was in my Adidas blue tracksuit pants.
You would have been so cool.
Oh, mate, I was
How
just.
good.
Yeah, it was good. So
Yeah.
I want to be a stuntman for a long time.
Oh, that's
and
so cute.
Then I
Just didn't.
then I become a sign writer.
Very
The
so-
obvious next choice,
And Andrew Clay?
When I was a young boy, like 5,
No.
I remember thinking being a train driver would be great.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it'd be great. Then for years I wanted to be like Olympic runner or professional footballer.
Oh, football. Oh. Yeah.
And
Then you turned into the fat controller.
I don't know what's
See, I told you he was lippy today. That's why
He's
I've had a
lippy.
pop at him.
He'll feel the back of my hand later on.
Yep. You'll like that.
What, down his pants?
I don't know if you've ever groped anybody, Dean, but that's not the way to do it, mate. You have your hand the right way around.
Oh shit!
Yep. Otherwise, it's
It's weird. It's weird, eh? It'd be.
Well, you just don't get the full benefit if it's with the back of your hand.
Well, you can't grab like that either.
You can't grab. You're essentially you can't even.
Is
like,
it? Could it be just a test?
You can't even ass punch them. It's the wrong way around.
Oh, isn't that called fisting?
No, ass punching. No, we're not. No, no,
Oh, no, I can't
Okay.
stop.
no,
I'm getting hot. Everything's wrong.
no. An ass punch is a punch to the ass.
Right in the butthole.
It's different. It's way different. It's not sick, mate. It's not sick. It's not weird. It's for sickos. What you just said. I wouldn't even say the word. It's for sickos.
Okay.
An ass punch is
A punch
like
in the ass.
punch in the
It doesn't
ass.
like it's a self-explanatory.
100%.
Oh yeah.
You grow me like this is.
But you
still
can't.
going.
Back to the original point. If you can't grope with your hand round
Yeah.
the wrong way.
Yeah.
You'd be basically groping the undies.
Yeah.
Well, there's no fun in that, is there?
I thought that's what you're going for.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay. So we're.
So I wanted to be an Olympic runner or a professional footballer. And then, honestly, this is what my career's come to, working with these people.
And
And,
they say not animals and children.
Animals and children.
Yeah.
And then at 21, I
Well,
wanted
you're
to.
not a kid anymore.
Oh, I still am a kid.
Okay.
Well, okay. Well, I won't tell the 21 bit anymore then.
No,
don't
tell
come-
us, Andrew.
come
Tell
on.
No,
us.
well, then I
Come on.
bumped into an Australian comedian who came over here selling his video of his live show, and he said, "You're really funny. You should go and be a stand-up comedian in Australia." So I did, and there was no fist punching, not even a little bit.
No backstage backhand groping.
I didn't say that, Dean. I didn't say there
Oh my
wasn't that.
gosh. Okay. Have I only done one? Gee. Can I have that sound effect, please? Again, just to get us back in the mood.
Okay.
Not that we went out of it, but. Oh, jeez. Okay. What hobby would you get into if money wasn't an issue?
Or collecting money.
Yeah. No, I go back to my equestrian days. I would buy horses, and I would be able to buy a huge like arena and ride every day.
Nice.
And I would love that, and have multiple horses and stables and
Like cavalry.
oh yeah, it'd be oh yeah, that'd be lovely.
I think I would.
You'd have cars. I'm
I'd restore
sure.
cars.
Yeah.
I would restore classic cars and
Yeah.
just have a big showroom.
Yeah, I could
I'd
see you
just
doing
tinker on them all day long. And
that. Have you seen the truck he's got?
I did see the
Isn't
truck.
that amazing?
I did see the truck outside.
What have you got?
Dirty
Tell
old truck.
the listeners.
it's a 1966 Chevy pickup truck. Yeah.
Oh, I heard you ripping up our drive. Sheesh.
If this goes well, we'll get you a new one.
Yeah. About time you get a new one.
It's a bit old, mate.
Thing is, it's
It just sounds amazing.
yeah, it's got a brand new motor. It's just been put in it, and it's still got work to do on the drivetrain and everything. But yeah, she's a good old truck. I brought that.
And it's the old, like there's no power steering. It's just you've got to really drive it, eh?
no aircon. No
Answer me
person.
this question, Dean. At what point does car or anything else for that matter go from being classic to being too new to being just old? Or all the way around. It's
that's
old.
a good question.
It's 25 years, isn't it?
It's old. It's old. It's
Well,
old.
yeah.
It's really old. Oh, now it's classic.
Classic. Good question.
Yeah, so it is 25
or
years.
does it?
So
Or does it depend on the make?
And does that apply to people?
You are a classic.
It could, yeah.
I'm vintage.
But I mean, you have like the Mark 1, Mark 2 escorts. They're now classed as classic, right?
Right, yeah.
So, but then you've got the 60s and 70s, the muscle car era, which is commonly known as classic cars.
Yes.
But not just the muscle car era. You've got roadsters. You've got 55 Chev, 56, 57 Chevs. Yeah, they're all classics.
Sounds cool, eh?
Sound cool.
55 Chev.
56 Chev.
Because you can go, what have you got? 112. Doesn't sound cool.
A Mazda 323.
I got a Toyota 17.
That's the question, though. If I had a Mazda 323, will it ever be a classic?
Yes, it will be.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, you won't be around to see it. But
No, I know.
Yeah, after 25 years, it's a classic.
Okay, my car's nearly a classic.
so you're saying something, a 1999 whatever car is now a classic?
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Every car.
Not just a shitty old car?
I wouldn't say every car. Datsun's definitely 100%.
Yeah.
Like you go into the the Toyotas, some of the early 90 Toyotas, they're definitely classics. Like
Are they?
100%. The Nissan Pulsars,
Who would have thought?
big money. Really? 100%. Yep.
See, in my mind, that won't ever be classics
No.
because classics for me is 50s, 60s.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Maybe 70s.
But the
69
the-
Mustang.
the younger
that kind of stuff.
generation
To them.
are now, you look at the Skylines, and some of the Skylines are worth 200, 300 grand. Like the Godzilla,
Wow, we took them.
probably like
Did not know this.
serious money.
There we go.
Serious money.
Good question. Did we get your hobby?
No.
Oh no, yours was money. Or have you seriously got another one? Like if money was no object,
Money was
what
no
hobby?
object.
What hobby would you take up?
I'm all good. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I might.
You're a simple man.
Yeah.
Don't need much.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me think about that and come back to you.
In another
In
episode.
another
In
episode,
another
yeah.
episode, he'll just go, hey, by the way.
By the way,
Oh, have you ever been in a fight? Oh my Lord, have I? I grew up in West Auckland. Have I ever been in a fight? I used to go the knuckle regularly.
Well, he's talking about what was
fighting
it?
now. Watch your mouth.
is it
Bum punching.
No, just
Sorry.
it's ass punching. for
Moose
starters.
knuckle.
Is the correct term. Ass punching is the correct term. Anyway, up until the age of about 14 or 15, I would smack someone and ask questions later. I would get in the we'd go the biffo all the time, and you didn't take a backward step. I'm not condoning it, but half of them were my own brother. Actually, I've got scars all over my hands where I used to punch him in the mouth because he had buck teeth.
Oh, wow.
You can see the scars. I'm not joking.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Jeez.
Some of the nastiest fights were with him. Knives and everything involved.
jeez.
But when we fought other people, of course, everyone picked on either of us. We went for each other.
Yep.
I remember my last fight though, and it cured me of fighting because it was at Linfield College in Blockhouse Bay, and a mate of mine who ended up being like huge, but it wasn't at the time, threw a cricket ball and hit some guy on the head from an older year group, and he started to lay into my friend. So I ran down this steep bank, for those of you who know Linfield College, and I hit this guy, and as I hit him, I fell off balance.
Oh,
And I had longer hair, not too long, but longer than this, and he grabbed it and he kneed me in the face so many times that he limped away.
Holy shit.
no.
I'm like, you want some more of this, bitch? You want some more?
Oh.
There was blood everywhere. I never had a blood nose till then. My nose still isn't straight.
Does this explain this?
Yeah, I had to have my teeth. I know. I was even better looking.
Was it possible?
Is it possible?
Is it possible?
He ripped hair out. I had to have my
What?
teeth filed down because they were chipped. And so have I ever been in a fight? Yeah. But since that day, I've never been in a fight out. I fought in the ring, but I've never been in a fight.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Never been in a fight outside
There
the
you
ring.
go.
From I was about 14 or 15.
Dino, scrapper?
Wow. Nah, not really. Been
You're a
a-
lover, not a fighter.
yeah, I've been in a couple of fights, but nothing too serious. A couple of biffos,
When you're a kid?
one or two punches thrown, but nothing like that. Jeez, that's like
That's hardcore,
serious.
isn't it?
I'll tell you, the vice principal, this is a different era.
Era they watched you do
Watched
it?
the whole thing, and at the end of it, blood everywhere. And we actually, after me and the guy went back to clean up and had a chat with each other, we were fine. Going, I said, you got me, mate, and he was bleeding from the mouth. It was all good. And the vice principal goes, oh, Clay, I thought you were smarter than that. That was it.
Well, you know,
That was it.
I had one fight at school with a boy called Adam, and I punched him, and that was that. I know the camera can't get this, but our dog's actually being a real pain at the moment. He's just hanging around for biscuits because I gave him one cracker, and now that's that.
Oh, that's not enough.
Oh, I wish you could see him because he's just beautiful. Very quickly, yeah. So I fought Adam at school. I was about 12, and I won.
Yeah.
Yeah, bloody Adam.
But and then after that, when I kind of got into my 20s, I wrestled a lot of boys.
Oh.
Oh dear. Okay, that's not fighting. Yeah. It's not really loving either, but
But no, I mean that was it. Magic Mike was a fighter.
Were you Magic
yeah.
Mike?
Oh yeah, he had lots of fights. And
Scrapper.
back in Wales, didn't you, Magic Mike?
There's a pub down the road, and it had right outside the front door a parking bay, and it had emergency services only written on it.
Because that's how many
And
fights.
there's always cops and ambulances turning up.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And you and your mate Mark were always fighting, eh?
Yeah.
Constantly.
So I got to that after that fight that I had. I was quite big, and I went to school with a lot of big island boys, and I thought, this is going to get serious now.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm getting big, and they're getting big. Everyone's got big. So two things are going to happen. Either I'm going to get the shit beaten out of me, not good, or I'm going to beat the shit out of someone else, and it's not good.
No.
No, exactly.
So I got all sensible and went, it's a mug's game. And
Yeah.
now I talk my way out of, if I don't go to bars much anymore, but,
Mm.
in your 20s and 30s, I walked away from trouble, and
Yeah.
because I thought it can't end well.
No.
You only need a punch in the wrong place.
Yeah. Yeah.
Game over.
Ass punch.
Like
Ass punch.
ass punching. I'm very quickly just women. We do like to think that our men can protect us if they have to fight. So
Oh, if I had to.
Just
that's
just
another
saying.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a protection thing, watch out, man.
I would now win every fight
Oh
by about
my-
by about 50, 100 meters.
did he have one more, Magic Mike? Has he got one more? Did you have? Huh?
No.
No.
That's enough anyway.
No, he's
Time.
we're pulling the pin on it.
Pull the pin
Do you
on
want
it.
to fight? Are we fighting over there?
Outside.
Come on. All right. You and me.
Outside.
All right, guys. Hey, look, thank you very much.
Hey, thank you.
I enjoyed that.
Thank you,
And we're
thank
nearly
you.
out of chips. I'm never putting that in front of Andrew again
Why
because
did you do it?
just hoovered them up.
It's like the Cookie Monster on Sesame Street.
I am. I'm so bad. I got an eating disorder. I can't stop.
Once on the lips.
What?
I don't know. Look, thank you guys. Thank you very much. We're going to do it again very shortly. Thank you too for watching, for listening. Make sure that you subscribe. Make sure you tell your friends about it. Join us for our next episode because we'd love to see you back at the wrong end of the table. Ciao.
Ciao.